actively look to find their scoring feet again against Treasure Beach. Arnett returned to action against the free-flowing Vere, as well as Mount Pleasant look to keep the good times going against Waterhouse. But we'll start only one place for Match Week 8 preview show, and that's with another must-win game for both Molynes and Limeall Academy. Yes, people, welcome to Match Week 8 of the Jamaican Premier League preview show here at Jump Hill Fan, and we're going to go all the way to the first game of this weekend, which is Molynes versus Limeall. On paper, this is supposed to be a Molynes home game, but the game is playing at Draxall at 1 p.m. And again, we'll find Molynes and Limeall in the same spot they have been all season long in a must-win game. Both teams have yet to win so far this season, and Molynes, and rumor has it, Molynes have already sacked their coach, Alex Thomas. Although I just put that as a rumor for now, because no official word has yet to come from Molynes. We'll be interested to see who sits on the sideline come Sunday as they face another opponent that's desperate for points as well. Molynes wasn't bad in them last outing and has found himself against a better opponent, and they simply need to find more goals from somewhere. They got that goal from Jeremy Nelson last time, but I still think they need more up top, and especially from Livingston, to get something going. Limeall is in the same boat. Limeall is not playing that badly. They're just prone to a lot of schoolboy defensive issues, and they still lack punch up front in the goal scoring department. The good news for Limeall, it seems that their goals from set pieces is paying off, but they need more goals from the open play to finally get that first W on the board. So it will be interesting to see if Limeall can finally get it done at home against a Molynes team that are just as desperate as them. Again, we're not exactly sure at this point who's coaching Molynes, so it's hard to judge exactly how this game will go, and we will look further on that in our predictions at the end of the show. But again, that is Molynes versus Limeall Academy at Draxall Complex at 1 p.m. Now we move on to a team that's finding winning so easy so far, and that's Mount Pleasant, who are 6 from 6. I know it's well documented by now how perfect they have been, but you will think that there's some chink in the armor, as was shown last week against Montego Bay. The team this time who's going to try to find that opening is Waterhouse, who is on a 3-game losing streak of their own. So you would think on paper they should be in win number 7 by Mount Pleasant, but Waterhouse does have quality in their ranks. Xavier and Brian, as well as their number 10, are both good players, and they just need to get Andre Fletcher, I think, on the ball rolling some more. But Waterhouse, as I said, they are hot and cold in their play. There are times they look so fluid, while other times they look like they can't connect a 5-yard pass. So you expect in this game now, where Mount Pleasant is expected to have more majority of the possession, a change in directive by Waterhouse might be helpful to them. To play more in the counter-attack might be better suited for them, as they strike long passes to the wing and try to catch Mount Pleasant sleeping. Can they pull it off? Can they be the first team to beat Mount Pleasant this season? I don't know, but we will find out together at Draxall at 3:15 p.m. Sunday, Mount Pleasant versus Waterhouse. In the next game on Sunday is Montego Bay United versus Portmore United. Westport Park will be the venue, as Moby is again at home as they take on the second best team in the league currently, as well as the meanest defense. The good news here for Moby is that they again played well against a very strong Mount Pleasant last week, but still found them way somehow to lose that game. They need to just believe that they can match these teams and try to see if they can get their front 3 and front 4 attacking well and sneaking more than 1 goal per game. So Montego Bay will be at home against Portmore, who their defense is the shining light here. Portmore have a decent attack, but surprise, surprise, is their defense that is holding up. They're the best defense in the league so far, and they're hard to concede goals nowadays. So it'll be interesting to see how Montego Bay plan to break down this sturdy defense. So again, we'll all see together when it comes to Montego Bay versus Portmore United at Westport Park, 3 p.m. this Sunday. On to the Monday Nighters. Arnett returned to action after getting a wet rest last weekend thanks to the Cavaliers' exploits in the Caribbean Cup. They will be at home, or rather, they'll be at Stadium East as Vere comes to town. Vere, who did so well in their last outing to get on a much needed win, will look to the defense again to see if they can hold off a rested Arnett attack. Arnett now got time to regroup and should be buzzing after the last time they played and their last victory to think that they could finally find the formula to get some consistent wins on the board. And it will look to inform Smith again, or as well as look to their best player, Orban, on the wing, so to see if they can get anything out of this game. So where it will land exactly, we have to wait and see, and Stadium East 5 p.m. as Arnett again takes on Vere United. Alright, to the nightcap, it will be Tivoli at home to Treasure Beach. Tivoli now has a very strong attack, but found themselves scoreless in the last 2 matches they have played. I'm not sure if teams have found them out, but Justin Dunn, who was on fire, has went blank the last 2 games. They will get a chance now against Treasure Beach, who defense as well is a bit sturdy, and it's been kept them in games all season long so far. The new boys are being competitive because of that back four, and they will look to again to keep it going as they welcome the front three, the potent front three from Tivoli. Treasure Beach will be buzzing that they're actually looking away from the relegation zone, and I think they're playing without fear at this moment. They're just enjoying themselves, and I think they will come into this game and give a little trouble to Tivoli. While Tivoli will just look to hopefully just get an early goal to settle their nerves and think they will go in stride from there. Can they pull it off? Again, we find out at 7:30 p.m. at Stadium East as Tivoli welcome Treasure Beach. So alright guys, so that is match week 8. A shortened fixture list, of course, because Harbourview and Cavaliers are still in Caribbean Cup action. But let's go straight to the predictions to see how things will go in our eyes. Alright, so the Molynes versus Limehall. Boy, it's an interesting game. Is Alex Thomas there at Molynes still, or what? Don't know. I'm still not getting any official confirmation on this. But this will see if this assume that he's still there. I think they might have enough in this game to etch out a 1-0 win over Limehall. So they should get their first W on the board this weekend. As for Mount Pleasant Waterhouse, Waterhouse is a team that's hard to predict, but I still see Mount Pleasant winning their 7th game in a row. I think it's 2-1 Mount Pleasant here versus Waterhouse. Montego Bay United versus Portmore. Montego Bay plays better at home, but Portmore defense is too good for Montego Bay to break through. I see a 1-0 win for Portmore on the road in Westport Park. Monday now, Arnett versus Vere. Actually, this can be a high-scoring game again, right? Because Arnett defense sometimes look lacking, while Vere, while the defense is a bit better, will try to see if they can sneak a win on the road. But it won't happen. I see a 2-2 draw between Arnett and Vere at Stadium East. And finally for the nightcap, Tivoli versus Treasure Beach. Another hard game to call as Treasure Beach has been playing very well this season. Very much a surprise. And Tivoli again has not scored the last 2 games. But I feel this is a coming up party for Justin Dunn and his crew. So I expect a 2-0 win for Tivoli, especially if we get an early goal. So yes guys, that is it for Match Week 8 preview show. Right? Which game you think is the game of the round? I think on paper it looks like the Mount Pleasant versus Waterhouse is the one on paper, but I expect the most goals to come from Arnett versus Vere. Molynes versus Limehall will also be one that you should keep an eye out, because it'll be interesting to see just exactly how it happens when both teams who are desperate for win hit heads. But before we go, let's just touch on the Caribbean Cup final that happened Thursday night when Cavaliers traveled to Suriname to take on SV Robin Hood in the final first leg. And unfortunately, the Jamaicans went down 1-0 in Paramaribo. But the good news is that it's only 1 goal. So we're hoping on their return leg in Jamaica, they can get 2 goals and keep Robin Hood off the board, because away goals count in this final. So all the best to Cavalier, who would need that Jamaican side in the round of 16 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. But anyway guys, that is all. That's it leading. This is going to be an exciting weekend. Alright, let us know in the comments below which game you're watching. And check us back here on Tuesday for the review show. That's it from us here at JamPL Fan. Again, thanks for watching everyone. And keep liking and subscribe as we continue to go through the season.